Okay, guys, we had another state of play last night from Sony PlayStation. So I'm just gonna give you some of the thoughts on what I saw. Overall, I thought it was underwhelming, but that's probably because I went in with expectations, such as I thought we'd get something more for Ghost of Yotei, maybe not a release date, but at least maybe a gameplay focused trailer and maybe some kind of indication of when it's going to launch. Is it summer? Is it autumn? Fall? I really had my hopes up, wishing that a Resident Evil reveal would come, but it didn't, and that's fine. That's my problem. I went in with that expectation. I also did think we might get a Wolverine teaser. I think there's been enough time now since we got that first cinematic teaser. I thought we might get just a snippet of gameplay, even like 10, 15 seconds, but that didn't happen. I thought we might see Intergalactic Heretic, the Naughty Dog game. I don't know if that's going to be this year, but the fact that we didn't see it maybe implies it'll be a next game for next year. I don't know, but I thought we might see something for that, but that's fine. But from what we did see, a couple of things stood out. A game I'm not really interested in, but the new WWE 2K25 game. I like the island idea, and I thought it was pretty cool. They had Paul Heyman on the show. That was kind of funny. I used to be a big wrestling fan, so I just thought it was quite an interesting idea. They made this kind of online multiplayer area that you can go into and customize your character and fight other people. I think that's pretty cool. Good development for the game. And then we got the confirmation of Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater remake release date 28th August. So I'm gassed up for that. That's going to be a pre-order for sure. I'm going to try and get myself a steelbook or maybe even a collector's edition. Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of my top 5 games of all time. I absolutely loved it when I first played it on, I think it was PS2. It was just before the PS3 came out. I think it was PS2, then they ported it onto the PS3. I also have the Platinum in the PS3. That's how much I liked it. I thought the trailer was great. It showed every single boss, I believe. That was something new that I hadn't seen before. I think the graphics look great. I'm nervous about this one because we're kind of in this era of remakes and remasters, and all the great remakes I played recently, I didn't really play the original. So I never played the original Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, 2 or 3. So I went into the remake kind of blind and I got lucky and I got the best version of the game in terms of graphics anyway. So I don't know with this one if it's going to be, I get the impression it's going to be a total 100% like for like remake, which is honorable, but I don't know. I kind of hope they might go down the Resident Evil 2 method of expanding certain areas a bit more and making things a bit bigger in scale. And I think Snake Eater could do with that because it is very dated. Like you go in one small area, and then you enter the next area with a loading screen. Then you go into that area. There's one enemy there. Then it can be kind of very broken down. So I'm very interested to see how they tackle that and the controls as well, because they've left in the traditional old school controls and they've got this new modern over the shoulder angle, which we're kind of used to in third person games. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. That's definitely a pre-order. What else stood out to me? I've made some notes. Hell is Us out on 4th September. That was quite interesting. I thought that was not bad. I'm not sure if it's I like everything about it, but it's kind of melee combat. I kind of look at that game and think it should have guns, but it does look good. The whole exploration. I think it's one of those games where there's no checkpoints or markers on your map. You really got to figure out yourself, which I think is kind of healthy, to be honest. Sometimes a game can spoon feed you a bit too much. Um, and then we've got Days Gone Remaster on the PS5. I'd heard rumors about this the last few months, but I really just thought Sony was done with Days Gone and had no interest in it whatsoever. But the rumors are true. They've made a remaster and it comes out April 25th on the PS5 and it's upgraded for the PS5 Pro. Um, if you own it on the PS4 already, actually own the game digitally or physically, you just have to spend £10 or $10 to get the upgrade. If, like me, you played the game through PS Plus, you have to buy the game and it will be, I believe, $50 or £50. So I never bought the game originally. I got it on PS Plus. I think it was part of the collection you get on when you buy a PS5. There's like 21 games, I think, available on PS Plus. So I don't mind buying it full price or near to full price, £50, because I've never bought it before. So, and I get 2 playthroughs out of it technically because I've already played it. Um, it was my third platinum and the first game that I sat down from the beginning and said, I'm going to platinum this game. So it has I have a big soft spot for it. And I think it's a slept on game. I think it's a lot better than people make out. And it just didn't get, I don't know why, it just didn't get the love it kind of deserves. I don't really get it. It's a very fun game, very good game, decent story. And yeah, I think I will be picking that one up. I'm not sure if it'll be a day one. I need to see the schedule and what else I'm playing around then, but I'll see. But I'm happy because I think it's it will help people see that if Sony have thought this is worth remastering, it's obviously a good Sony first party game, and hopefully it brings it back into people's kind of conscious and people are more aware of it, and therefore hopefully more people play it. So yeah. And then a game that really stood out to me and I wasn't expecting, don't know anything about it, but Mind's Eye, that looked pretty good. Third person shooter game, I think, with a set in like some kind of desert city that you drive around in, kind of gives a little bit of, when I was watching the car footage, I was like, this looks a bit like GTA. I don't know what if it was the camera angle or the car, I don't know, but then I looked into it a bit more online and it is from a guy who either I think was a developer or producer on GTA games, so that makes sense. But it looked pretty good to me. Kind of sci-fi action adventure, third person shooter, loads of stuff going on, explosions, loads of weapons. Yeah, I think that could definitely be a game I get this summer. I was very impressed by that one, Mind's Eye. And then we had Tides of Annihilation, which I don't know what to make of this game. Visually, it looks great, really interesting. The combat looked pretty cool. I just didn't know really. I didn't really get an idea of what I was watching. Really, it was impressive, and that's probably a game I need to see more of before I make a decision on it. But it looked pretty good to me. Looked like it had a combo of like modern day setting and like this mythical other world that you go in and fight enemies in. Um, yeah, it looked cool. It had a big scale to it, so that's one to keep an eye out for. And then the big reveal, I guess, or the way they dressed it up, because it was the final trailer, was Housemark. The guys who made Returnal are coming back with their next game, which is a bit like Returnal. It's called Saros. Um, I thought it looked cool. It's out next year, 2026. I think highly of Returnal. The only problem is it's a very tough game and I struggle with it and I still haven't got past the first boss. But I do think it's a very well put together game. I like it a lot. So I'm interested in this, but if it's as tough as Returnal, I don't know. It's definitely not gonna be a day one purchase for me, but for people who like Housemark and their style of gaming, then it must be a big win for you. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the state of play. I think I kind of had hopes on seeing Wolverine, had hopes on maybe Ghost of Yotei release day. I thought Death Stranding 2 would be there. I haven't even mentioned that. Yeah, I really thought Death Stranding 2 with a confirmed release date would be there because I think Kojima's been mentioning on social media that he's making a trailer, etc. So you thought that was going to happen, but that didn't happen. Wolverine I've mentioned, and I just really, from the bottom of my heart, really hoped there'd be something about Resident Evil, but there wasn't. That's fine. There's not really been much rumors, to be honest, or solid rumors, I should say. So yeah, that was my view on the state of play. I think it was a little bit underwhelming, but that's from where I came from with my expectations and my hopes of what I wanted to see. I do think PlayStation need more first party games, but I guess they're going to get it with Ghost and Death Stranding, but maybe I think they're banking on those. So it's probably going to look like we get those two this year. And then that seems to be the average. Last year we got Stellar Blade, Astro Bot, Rise of the Ronin. I'm probably missing one, but yeah, it seems to be 2 to 3 a year. So yeah, all in all, a little bit underwhelming, but that's from my perspective. From a neutral, I think it probably was a good state of play. Actually, there's a lot of games on show, a lot of PS Plus updates, a lot of other games that aren't my style or my genre, but other people probably really liked them and got hyped for them. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments, what did you like from last night's state of play? Did it meet your expectations? What stood out to you? What's a game that you're really interested in and it's going to be on your wish list now? And what did you hope to see in the state of play? As I told you what I wanted to see and didn't see. So yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. I look forward to seeing your replies. Take care. See you on the next one.